It's time. Oh my god. I have been wanting to replay this game for such a long time. It's been well over a year since the last time I played it, and man, I don't even know. I don't even know what to expect. I don't know which route I want to do first. I've only successfully done 3 out of, I think, there's like at least 10 different endings, quote unquote. But I think there's only like 7 actual romanceable routes. Let's see, there's the 5 main boys who are really obvious, the bonus boy, 2 human girls, and then Diana. And we all know I love Diana. You can actually see the second half of my first blind run of this game on my YouTube. I unfortunately don't know what happened to the first half of the VOD, so that thing is lost forever. There's a few clips of it left over on Twitch, but I have no idea where the VOD went. Thought I downloaded it, guess I didn't, so it's gone forever. But the moment I saw Diana, I knew. Okay. Oh man, I don't know which route I want to do. Because I haven't even, quite honestly, I didn't even officially complete, oops, bring that down one more time. I didn't even get Matthew's true ending. And I don't know what it is. Every time I try and, like, actually go for a character, I can't seem to get their ending on the first try. I couldn't get Diana. I think I had to try Diana 3 times before I actually got it. Matthew, I think I tried twice, and I thought I got really close the second time around, but apparently no cigar. That's okay though, because I'm very excited. My bronchitis is still here. I haven't finished my antibiotics yet. I still have today and then 2 more days worth of antibiotics to go on. So I might be coughing a little bit, and we'll see how well my voice can handle working for 24 hours. But the good thing about Seduce Me is, even though it's free, all of the characters are voice acted except for the narrator / main character. So I will be reading a lot of the same thing over and over again, but it will help that all of the other characters have voice actors. And that being said, like, I always joke that this is the best worst game ever, but for dating sims and visual novels, as far as they go, it's actually really well done, considering that it's free. It's long, it has a lot of different routes. I mean, it's still not great. It's still really cheesy and uncomfortable and dated, but its enjoyment is timeless. So, I don't really know who we're going to go for, because about 2 years ago, I actually did Eric's route on Valentine's Day. I don't know if we actually completed that. I know, I'm terrible. I don't know what I'm looking for. Maybe, yeah, okay. Right there, you can see we got somewhere. Wow, there's not a lot of save files. Ooh, wow. I don't even know. Like, some of these are from the first time I ever played this game. I guess we'll just overwrite the ones that are clearly for Eric. So I guess it's gotta be these ones, right? Wish I could name them. We'll just start overwriting on 6 and we'll go backwards from there. But, we've gone for Eric, we've gone for Matthew, we've gone for Diana, and we've even done the ending where you don't go with anybody. So, that leaves the two female best friends who I think we'll save for maybe the second or third route, because there being only two ladies left, we gotta savor them. And then I really don't want to go for Sam. I've always hated his character. But the problem is, the only ones we have left are ones I'm really not a fan of. And I actually just saw somebody do the Damien route. I wasn't there for the whole thing, but I saw a lot of it. So I think we're actually going to go for the human boy this first time around. Just because I really don't like James and Sam. I don't like them. But it's fine. We're going to have a great time. I'm so excited. Please know that the following game is made for PG-16 audiences. Please know that sexual/violent themes are explored in this game. Trigger warnings: abuse, implied rape, and suicide. You have been warned. Now, okay, when I first saw this, I was very worried. Obviously because I didn't know what to expect. This was my first real visual novel. And turns out those warnings, pretty much all of those warnings, are for Damien's route specifically. Damien's route gets a little bit dark. So if you're wondering, do I really want to play this game? It's the implied rape and suicide I have only seen in Damien's route. It could be in other routes, but everything I've heard is that it's Damien's route that these warnings were tagged on for. But there is some abuse that the main character is going to face from her dad, who looks a lot like James. But we're just gonna get right into it. Enough explaining. Please enjoy. There you go.
Why, hello. My, aren't you a gorgeous sight? Can I be honored enough to know your name?
Now, in classic Seduce Me fashion, we are going... I was just typing in the name of the game because I looked away to look at the candle I'm burning to make sure, because I didn't trim the wick and it's kind of scary. But the first time I played this game, I named her Slappy, which ended up being very fitting for the rest of the game. You guys will see, but we're just gonna go with Slappy.
A lovely name for a lovely person like you. Wonderful.
Eric, do your job.
Very well. This game was produced by Seraphim Entertainment under the direction of Michaela Laws and is powered by Ren'Py Visual Novel Engine. We truly hope you'll enjoy this story. I know I'll enjoy it since you'll be in it.
Eric.
Fine, fine. Farewell, my sweet.
Somewhere!
Come on! Is that all you got?
Wanna try me, asshole? Crap! Missed.
Let's retreat for now.
No kidding. Let's get out of here.
That's right. You better run, you stupid punks! Stay out of our territory!
Call it fate or call it coincidence, that one moment of violence started a chain of events I will never forget.
This formula, created in the 70s, is one of the most important in the field of financial theory. It is used to calculate the price of European-style options and is widely used by option marketers, though there are some discrepancies that are now corrected with the modern viewpoint.
Rain. It's been a long time since we've gotten rain around here, but it is the season for rainy weather, so it's not exactly that surprising. Personally, I loved the sound of it, the way the raindrops fell, like the soft tapping of fingers. I'm sorry. This game's writing is so extra. I promise I will get a lot less dramatic as the 24 hours go on, but I like just woke up an hour ago and have a Dr. Pepper and I want to be extra. Oh man, I'm so excited. Ah! I love this game. It's been too long. Even looking at the droplets hit the glass of the window was strangely calming. For this reason, I felt lucky for having a seat next to the window, though I did spend more time staring outside than I did paying attention in class. The lectures in class were pretty boring. Mrs. Phillips' voice wasn't soporific, but I just wasn't interested in what she was saying. And since it was the period right before lunch, all I could think about was doing other things in my free time. Honestly, I didn't really care much for economics. Sure, I had good grades in this class, but it was only because I read the textbooks and did my assignments as I had to. I was only taking this class because it was mandatory. If it were up to me, I would probably have taken another course. Redundancy, my favorite. Luckily, it was my senior year, so after this semester, it would mean the end of high school courses forever. And on to college. Oh God, excuse me. God, soda makes me burp so much. So unprofessional. I'm fired. I didn't hate high school. It was just kind of mundane how the days drifted on, as if there were no end to it. The only thing I really enjoyed about going to school was meeting my friends and hanging out with them. But that was kind of it. In short, I was done with high school. The start of second semester brought a note of finality to it. I had already applied to many universities the semester prior, and I was expecting replies sometime in the next few months. It seemed like the start of something new. Something that would change. That is, if things could change. I stared at the faint outline of raindrops in the distance. For now, I was stuck in this class.
Miss Anderson.
Mrs. Phillips' raised voice interrupted my train of thought. Just when I was thinking about class, I quickly turned my head to face the teacher. Hopefully she didn't pick me just because she noticed that I was spacing out. Yes, ma'am.
Would you care to name the equation I set up on the blackboard?
Isn't economics, what was it? I saw some post on Twitter or Tumblr. Economics is astrology for men. Like it's all just theories at the end of the day. I think I read about that in the textbook last night. It should be the Black-Scholes model formula.
Very good as always, Miss Anderson.
Anderson. It followed me wherever I went. Most people didn't really know me by my first name because it's different every time this game boots up, but rather by my surname. God, they could have just said last name. This game tries so hard to be anime and it's just not. No doubt, since the surname was the trademark of the internationally famous and philanthropic Anderson Family Toys, and because the founder was my own grandfather. Don't you just love exposition? Suzu, one of my best friends, turned around and proudly gave me a punch to the shoulder.
Kick ass, girl.
From beside me, I heard Naomi, another one of my best friends, clearing her throat in obvious disapproval of Suzu's choice of words.
She means good job.
Miss Capini.
Oi!
Ugh.
Care to tell me who the creators of this formula were?
Some guys named Black and Scholes. Fisher Black and Myron Scholes.
Very good, Miss Patterson.
Show off. Better study next time, Suzu. Be like us and study once in a while.
Suzu rolled her eyes and slouched into her chair as Naomi gave her a small smirk. She always pouted when Naomi showed her up.
That's the end of today's lecture. Now, let's separate into groups and work on your projects. Remember, everything is due on Monday. Go ahead now.
Before I knew it, Suzu and Naomi had scooted their desks to align with mine, and we turned into the Three Musketeers. Whenever the teacher let the students decide on groups, we always grouped together in our little trio. It was a sheer stroke of luck that we all managed to be in the same class that apparently is mandatory to complete high school. So we had to at least take the opportunity and stick together as much as we could. Besides, we were most comfortable around each other than, say, compared to being around any other classmate. It's almost like that's how friends work. Just made sense for us to put our heads together for any kind of project. I took out the poster we were working on and rolled it open onto the 3 desks. God, I hate words like that. Masks, desks. Blah, blah. English is hard. We were pretty much finished with fulfilling most of the guidelines for the project, though we did still have to add a few finishing touches here and there. After working on making the poster a bit prettier, we sat back and inspected our work to see what we still had to do. Naomi, as usual, was the first to look for any issues. She lightly tapped a pencil against her chin, staring intently at the project.
Alright, so let's see. We finished the budgeting section, the building leasing, and the cost for labor. What else do we need?
Suzu straightened up to look at the poster and stroked her chin. After a few seconds, her face brightened and she spoke up.
How about a company name?
Huh? Did we really skip over that?
Of course we did. You always go straight into the logical statistics and stuff that you completely skip over the fact. We need a name for our project.
At least we caught it this time. What do we name it?
Not sure. What do you think?
It always came down to me. Whenever there was something to be named or titled, I was the master in ending decision, even when I didn't want to be.
I like Trinity Corporations.
That is way too predictable. How about the Dragon Company?
What do dragons have to do with our project?
What? It's a totally unpredictable name. It's hot.
But our company sells bubblegum.
Could be like cinnamon flavored
You said we can't
bubblegum.
produce spicy bubblegum.
Spicy cinnamon bubblegum.
What do you think?
Yeah. What do you think?
Both of them looked at me expectantly, even though I wasn't quite sure myself. I didn't really want to choose sides, but if it were up to me, I would say... There are a lot of choices in this game, and some of them literally don't mean anything. I don't know if these choices matter for the route we're gonna go down. I think because there is so few routes left for me to tackle that I don't know anything about, that I can probably do some of the bonus routes that don't have any romance, which, you know, a little contradictory to the whole, you know, Valentine's Day stream, but there are I think there's actually one ending left that doesn't involve romance that I haven't done. I think. I don't know, but we're gonna side with Naomi for the most part because the guy we're going after is like, he's basically just the main character, but a dude. Like, that's the extent of his personality. So, he's not, like, really one thing or the other, but I feel like he'd probably like it more if we were, like, chill and not crazy. Not that Suzu's crazy for wanting to name a bubblegum company the Dragon Company, but...
Bah, fine. Be lame.
Yeah, I know it's lame. I like Dragon Company too. Don't gotta make me feel bad, Suzu. Oops. Did I?
Alright,
There we go.
now that we've decided on a name, now what?
Well, now we cry. As we ended our name game, a giggle scrambled my thoughts. Lisette! Huh? Who was that? Not like it showed the name.
It's just Lisette.
Man, Lisette's character! Man, I'm just so excited to get back into this game. I could just talk about this game forever. So I guess it's good I'm gonna be here for the next 24 hours. I looked over my shoulder to see her laughing with her circle of friends, mostly comprised of popular people that were practically friends with everyone in the school. And as a result, everyone in the school knew them. Duh. In the center of it all was Lisette White. She sat with a posture that indicated she was still working, but that she also was ready to casually chat about her day. She had an endearing balance of charismatic and awkward, which was readily apparent when she first talked to someone. It was easy to make her smile and laugh, and she was quite the comedian as well. God, that's the goal. That's the mood. Basically, she was perfect. Not that she was like a robot or something, but she was the student that everyone else wanted to be. Lisette was bright, easygoing, and, above all, had her future laid out right in front of her. Unlike the average student, she knew what she wanted to do after high school, and, as a result, she was confident and ambitious, though sometimes it could rub a lot of people the wrong way. Moreover, I had known her ever since I was young,